So I'm listening to Jason Alexander on TV giving high school graduates encouragement that it's your intellect and your mind, your open mind and your determination and your character that got you through high school. And I agree, because high school is a bitch. It can be. Some of the teachers can be as well. And then wait till you get to college. Henry Winkler is now congratulated. I remember the Fonz. He was cool. Anyways, this is a weird time. I've been through high school. I did not graduate. I dropped out. And I was one of those students when I was like in middle school. I was reading Sylvia Plath and Machiavelli and books I probably shouldn't have been reading at that age, 12. But I was a voracious reader. I still am. And I'm a voracious person in some ways. I'm pretty intense in my personality. I would encourage everyone who is of the mind to go skydiving. If you get a chance, go skydiving. It's a great experience. That was on my bucket list, so I got to do that. I encourage my 8 children to form a bucket list and then go for it. And you might not reach everything on your bucket list, or you might at different times, but it might not all come at once. It might come in pieces. And life will change as you do. I have a son who's graduating this year, and he's a handsome young man with a whole bright future in front of him. He's got a brilliant mind, like an engineer's mind, and he's got a great sense of humor. I'm really proud of him. Unfortunately, he's not going to have a traditional graduation. But that's okay. Everybody's experience of school and graduation is very different. I got to experience graduation at the University of Oregon with the cap and gown and all that, and honors cords. And most of my children were there to help me celebrate. Not all. 2 of my daughters were not. It meant a lot for me to have the children that showed up. That meant a lot to celebrate their mother's success, even though I'm a failure. It's okay, because I would tell young people, you will fail in life. You will fail. You will fail, and then if you're strong, you will pick yourself back up. You'll dust off your feet, and you'll keep moving forward. And you will be misunderstood. The longer you live, the more evil you become. The more mistakes you make, the more evil you become. The more you trust people who mislead you and use you, and then turn around and point their fingers at you, the more evil you will become. It just happens that way. It just does. Sometimes the bad people are actually pretty good. I have some friends who have been goody two-shoes most of their life, and they've worked really hard at getting rid of their goody two-shoe title. They don't want to be goody two-shoes. It's boring. But if you go over to the other extreme and you're breaking the law and you engage in violence, you're probably sitting in jail. Or if you get caught taking illegal drugs or whatever's in your car or whatever, you might have a record behind you. Thank goodness I don't have a record. I did write a song once, though, about peeing on potatoes. It's called Yeller Taters. And then that was inspired by a 21 or 20-year-old who went into a Walmart store and peed on potatoes in Pennsylvania. That's always fun. Old adults that aren't potty trained. It's inspirational. And then I also wrote a song for I Like Big Butts. It's like a parody on Sir Mix-a-Lot, but it's for lawyers. And then I went over to I Like Big Books, because I'm like one of those bibliophiles. Thank God I'm not a pedophile, but I'm a bibliophile. I do have books on pedophilia, though. Seducers Among Us. That's not cool. People who molest kids that's not cool. That's not cool. So if you're a child molester, you're going to go to hell. You're going to go to hell. You deserve to go to hell and burn in hell forever and ever and ever. You don't violate children's innocence like that. You just don't do that shit. If you're a rapist, you're going to go to hell. You don't rape women. You just don't do that shit. If you're a murderer, you're going to go to hell. You don't do that shit. You just don't. You're going to go to hell. You don't kill, rape, murder. You don't pillage. You don't steal children. If you steal children away from a mother, you're going to go to hell. You're just going to. God says mercy triumphs over judgment, but God's a judge. God's a judge. So, and if you lie about your parent, if you lie about your mother, or you lie, God doesn't like liars. No. God does not like liars, and God doesn't like lawyers who lie about parents and use hearsay as evidence. God doesn't like that. You're going to go to hell. I know this for a fact.